everyone, and welcome back to the channel and to another video. And today's video is a how-to video, and I am going to show you how to go from this, a starter basic builder starter, to this in 5 easy steps. That's right, 5 easy steps. Those steps are this: number 1, roofing; number 2, elevation; and number 3, landscaping; and number 4 is terrain paints; and number 5 is small details. So without further ado, let's get on into this, shall we? Okay, so here is our basic builder starter basic build. I have already enabled my cheat codes. I usually always use, obviously, testing teach true, testing teach true, move objects, bb.move objects, bb.show hidden objects, and bb.show live edit objects. So for our 5 easy steps, step 1, roofing. This looks horrible. Your ridge right here on top of your gable should always go long ways on your build. So let's start first by rotating that and fixing that. So step 1 is going to be roofing. Pieces of advice for roofing. I always tell everybody to think of roofing as multiple pieces, not just one piece of roof, and that will start to make a little bit more sense here in a second when we go on to other steps. But if you already, that looks better than what it did before. And so another thing about roofing to remember is don't just use the basic shingles that come with the roof. Make sure to go over here to your roof textures and give that a little change. So let's do something different. Let's do that. Also, another pointer, don't forget about your roof trims actually. And that's going to be these right here. The one I usually use the most is this one right here. So we're going to go with this one. We'll go like this. All right, so we're already made a huge difference. Huge difference. Little known thing about roof trims, if you come over here to the side, they can be applied between the build itself and the roof. So like that. Or if you want a little bit of thicker trim, if you use one of the thicker ones, you can do a thicker trim like that. Also, another thing that people don't ever remember to do, I don't think, especially people who are new to building, is to make sure the top of your build, unless you're doing a tiny home and your squares count, make sure the top of your house is a room like this, because then you can go back in and you can go to the phrases and exterior trims, go over here to the smaller ones, because I don't really care for the bigger ones, and you can use any of these. I tend to like this one a lot. This one works really good in my opinion on brick houses. This one is just a little bump out, so that's what we'll do. If you press shift, see how over here in the corner it's kind of flickering? If you press shift, you can choose to only put it on one side, or you can just click like that and apply it to all of them. So that's it for roofing for now. We'll touch back on roofing in a minute. Step 2 is going to be elevation. Okay, and what I mean by elevation is look at the front of this house. See how the front of this house is very flat right now? The front is your elevation. And what I mean by that is there's some really small steps you can do to make a build look completely different. Like for instance, grab this bedroom. We're going to just move this over 1 square like that. Grab this bedroom, pull this forward 2 clicks. Now keep in mind this is going to cost you money, so if you're building on a budget, that'll be different. But if you're not building on a budget, then you don't have to worry about it. So then what you're going to do is like that. Okay, so here's where roofing comes back in. So now we have this roof right here. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to put another roof on that. I always try to do like opposing gables on roofs because it gives the front of the house some dimension. Always try to do that. Now here's a trick. See this little piece right here? I don't like the way that looks. A lot of people don't. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab this arrow right here, bring this back to 1, press your shift key, bring that back edge in, hit your copy key, go like this, and actually we need to do this. Bring this back 1, move this back 1, do it like this. You want this piece right here to come to the edge right there. And then take this piece right here, grab this, go like this, and then go. And then of course we're going to need to bring this down to match our other roof. Bring it like that. Bring that like that. All right, then you want to use your eyedropper tool, do this. Then you're going to want to go over here to your roof trim, add that, and then you're going to want to do this for now. There we go. Okay, so we've made a little bit of difference there already, but keep in mind, we're still on step 2. You can see how I grabbed that one little room and made it a little bigger. Well, I made that one 2 squares bigger, but like, see this one? Just grab this, bring this out 1 square, bring this over like this. Then you want to grab you some stairs again, because we know we accidentally did our little bitty stairs there. Put those back. All right, now go back up again with your roof. You can even grab this one right here, give it a little copy. Use your arrow keys. Drop that down. Or you can even do like I like to do sometimes and go like this. And then hit your end key. See how that's like that? So you want to grab your room again. Go like this. But what you can do with this is go like this. And then you can come over here. Grab one of these. These are all little bitty things that you can do for your elevation. Make a difference on the outside of your house. Makes a huge difference. So then you would put home, put your stuff back up. Then you can grab this, go like this. All right, so we got that going on. So come over here and grab us some trim. We use this one right here. Okay, so we've got that. And then for a little bit more elevation, just because, you know, I like to add some character to my houses, drag that like this. We're gonna drag this all the way down to here. And then we're gonna get our eyedropper tool. We're gonna go like this, go like that. Oh, we don't need that just yet. In trim, we need that. We're gonna put that there. We're gonna put that there. Okay, then we're gonna hit our home key again. You're gonna go down here, grab you a little roomie. Go like this so your porch has a roof, because it'll just look silly without one. Go like that. All right, then you're gonna wanna grab your trim again. Because I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well just do it all the way around. And then you're gonna go like this. Now this time we're gonna use a shed dormer. So again, you're gonna wanna drop that like that. Drag this down to match your roof height. And remember, you can press Alt and then grab this, and you can lower this to pretty much like any degree you want. Like that. Make sure it blends in. It does. Fabulous. There we go. All right, go over here again. Grab your roof trim. Grab your paint. Okay, so now we need to see these got these little corners here. They look horrible. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab us some poles. You can press the shift key. Like that. Okay, so now see we've got this weirdness right here. We need to fix this. So we're gonna press shift, drag that over. We're gonna hit copy. Drop that there. Bring it like this. Bring those sides in. Mesh those two together. Press our Alt key. It should have been at the same level. I don't know why it wasn't. But all right, so there we go. We got that blended in really nice. Another really quick thing, because I've been going here for a minute on elevation, is windows. Windows make a huge difference. See how little these windows were? They looked like garbage windows. So what you're gonna do is go into get some bigger windows. And I'm gonna tell you guys what, these windows right here, chef's kisses. These are base game windows. So if you have, you know, limited packs, these would be good windows for you to use. They are some of my absolute favorites. But make sure to use like different sizes. Like see, like in your living room area, like this would be your living room. You can use bigger ones. So press Control 9 to raise these up a couple clicks. There we go. Okay, we'll move our door over some, move our light over some. Make sure you grab your posts so they do these little trim things. And then it makes the corners disappear. All right, so then we're gonna do, again, we're gonna add some more windows. Add one there. And then we'll add one here. We don't need two here. We'll just add one here. This is the thing I like to remember with, and you can have different windows on the back because that's the back. Okay, so we got us some more windows. Okay, so see how much better our house looks already, and we've only been going for 10 minutes. Before we go to elevation, make sure people that you paint the foundations on your houses. It makes a huge difference, huge difference. I don't know how many times I see people that do not paint their foundations. Okay guys, so now we're going to move on to step 3, which is landscaping. Landscaping is a big deal. I'm telling you, it is a big deal. So one of the things I like to do is go in here and get plants like this and use your bracket keys to make them bigger, and then just plop these bad boys down. Now, landscaping is different for everybody. I have a couple things that I like to do like as staples. Like if I'm gonna do like that one over there, I'll probably do one like this here. Make sure it's not clipping inside your house. Make sure it's not clipping inside your house. You can press Alt to rotate, or you could press it like this. Okay. So, and then I like to duplicate a few things like that right there. I'll show you one of my favorite plants that I like to use when I am doing landscaping is these. I like to use my bracket key to make it bigger. And then just, now remember with the new foundation thing, you can place flowers a little bit into foundations, which is nice because they don't like hop up like they used to. Don't be afraid to use more than one of these. I use more than one. Just go ahead and drag these around, rotate them so they look a little bit more natural and like they fit. And if you need to, like I'm gonna raise the house up because I want to make sure those aren't in there. Doesn't cost anything to raise your house up. So there's that so far, so that looks good. You want to repeat landscaping because people tend to, in real life, there tends to be repeats in landscaping. Another thing I like to tell people is try not to keep it too, try not to get too out there and crazy with your landscaping. I mean, I try to make mine look more realistic. Okay, so we don't want to put that there because of our stairs, so we'll put it like right here. Have it come into that. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Let's grab us some flowers now. Let's go in here again, make your bracket key, make it a little smaller. Put that little flower right there. Let's grab this little bad boy and bring him up there like that. We'll push that back by the back. Let's do one over here just for a little symmetry. We'll put it back there, grab this and bring it forward. Definitely feel free to make things bigger. It makes a huge difference. And then you can use less things. I will show you these right here are my favorite hedges. I use them constantly. Usually what I do is just prop them down. You know, the funny part is you guys are seeing the after as it's being done that I pointed to earlier when I said we'll go from this to this. It wasn't done then. It's all in the editing. Okay, so then we got that. All right, so then you want to come down here, press your page down key, home key, bring up your walls, go like this. Make sure your shrubs are not inside your house. Oh, we're really far away from the house over here, so let's fix that real quick. Okay, so we're not clipping. Okay, so there's that, and then let's see. So okay, and make sure you do things like make sure you have your stair rails everywhere that you need them. Another trick for the facade is to take these posts down here. You can use any of them, but I tend to use these ones for get together and put them on the corners, because a lot of times houses, like especially newer houses, they have these on the corners of the siding, so it makes a really big difference when you're building. You can do them on the inside corners too, right like that. Okay, another thing that I've noticed that a lot of people do, this deck right here is not painted. That is just straight up off the showroom floor basic builder's grade. So get you some white deck boards there. A little quick trick real quick too. I like to go into the debug menu. You want to put in your cheat codes of bb.show hidden objects, bb.show live edit objects. Click on the fourth one. That's the one I always do. You want to scroll down here a couple of times. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Right here. These are my best friends. You're going to thank me for this one, guys. Grab these bad boys. Use your smaller key bracket to make them a little smaller. The Control 9 key to raise that bad boy up. I include this in landscaping because it's flowers. So, you know. And sometimes, you know, I even sometimes go around like the sides of my houses and I'll do like this. And there we go. Add this stuff along the way too, and add it along the side, but it's just really whatever you want to do. So that was step 3, landscaping. Here is step 4. You're going to love this one, terrain paint. So terrain paint is your best friend and your worst enemy. It can take forever, or it can take no time at all. So anyway, let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Vogue. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to find us a cute little pathway. I'm thinking we'll use this one. You can adjust the size of your circle here. You can adjust how soft you want it to be. Then just like this, like this. Give yourself a nice little pathway. Now here's what you're going to spend a lot of time doing if you're me, and that's dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. See the difference already? Okay, so now we're going to come over here. We're going to make, actually, I like to use a square along the base of the house, but then you grab this, go like this. Just come out like kind of around your plants. See, you're kind of seeing it show up a little bit. Just kind of like the sun is, you know, there's nothing able to grow there because you've got your plants there. So just go along there, there. You guys, I don't ever build in real time like this hardly, so you guys are seeing it unless I'm doing a build challenge, which those are scary. I like to be really subtle with the terrain paints. I don't like it to be like in your face, like, oh my God, terrain paints, y'all. And then if you mess up like I just did, you can do a little control like that, press control, and you can click, see, like that, and go over through here. Sometimes using the round one's better. It's really just up to however you want to do it. Go like this. Get us a little dirt going on. See, look at that. Big difference. Come out here a little more. So you can see that. Okay, so then we're going to go back over here to our pathway, which is this one. We're going to go like this. Just come out like that. Now see how there's that hard line? I like to go down here with this, press control and go like, you know, and kind of make it disappear a little bit, and then go back into this a little bit so it's not just a perfect straight line. Then you're going to go over here and grab your dirt tool again, dirty up the edges like that, dirty up the edges like that. Oh, and don't be afraid to like get dirt on different places. It's fine. It'll look more natural. The more perfect things look, the more unrealistic they look. So there's that. And you know what I did realize too? We didn't put any trees. One of the things I like to do is see this tree right here. I like to go into the neighborhood, and I'm kind of all over the place, and I apologize, but this goes back to step 3 with landscaping. I like to pick trees that are like kind of like the ones in the general area and just, you know, a little plop like that, you know, just so there's something on your lot so it's not so bare. You don't always have to make the trees bigger. And another thing this actually ties into terrain paint, that's why I was going to do it, is I want to show you guys is take your terrain paint, grab you a circle that's similar to the size of the bottom of your tree, go like this and go like that, because grass tends to not grow right at the base of trees. It's just facts, folks, just facts. Another thing I like to do and this goes back real quick, another step, I know, back to another step, is landscaping. This fence right here is a base game fence, and I love the base game fence. I think it's cute. It makes a real difference if you fence in your backyard, and I don't always like to do necessarily like the entire backyard, like property line to property line, but I think it makes a difference. I definitely think it makes a difference. But again, if you're playing with money restrictions, some of these things are hard to do. So I monkeyed that up. So let's go like this, hit control, there we go. Okay, so now, you know, we got our fenced in backyard. Let's make sure we put a gate because there's no back door. You gotta have a way to get into that beast. Here's the matching gate. Well, kind of matching. And I always try to put the gate between poles so it looks right. All right, so we are ready for our final step in this, and it is step 5, which is the small details. So, okay, so things like, I'll show you real quick. Go over here and grab you one of these vents. Do your bracket key, make it a little smaller. Go for things like this, depending on which packs you have. This one right here is one of my favorites. Throw these bad boys on there right like this. Like, I'm not really doing anything too spectacular. Control 9 to raise that up. Throw this one on here like that. See the difference that made already? Then go over here and do things like grab your window boxes. Put one of these on here. Control 9 if you need that. I like it to be more lined up with the bottom of the window. Like that. You don't normally put window boxes on like porches. People don't usually do that because they tend to get in the way. This one may keep your Sims from going up the stairs. Don't know. You have to play test. But see, it's little things like this that you can do. When I mean like small details, like you can do these kind of things. Also, bracket key, you can make these smaller if you need to. Control 9. Control 9. Bracket key, left bracket key. Control 9. Okay, we won't put one here because of the porch, but you see where I'm getting at. There's all kinds of little things you can do to the outside of a house to make a huge difference. Makes a huge difference. So there's that. And depending on like, I mean, you can do these even without packs because there's a base game. There's a base game one too. So, I mean, there is base game equivalents for most of these. So, I'm just saying. I am just saying. Grab your vent. Remember, houses tend to be very symmetrical. But that is it, guys. That is our how to go from this to this in 5 easy steps video. I hope you guys liked it. I think the house looks really cute. A lot of this is base game. There's only a couple pack items. But like I said, it doesn't take much. It just takes a little bit of detailing, and that's what I like to say, just a little bit of details, a little bit of finesse, pressing your Alt key to line things up a little bit better, and you'll be building mansions in no time. I promise you. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and remember your 5 easy steps: roofing, elevation, excuse me, frog in my throat, landscaping, terrain paints, and the small details. If you remember those 5 things, it's super easy to build. And remember, everybody starts somewhere. The more you build, the better you get at it. Rome wasn't built in a day. The pyramids weren't built in a day. So these things take time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ding the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. Also, I post upon this bitch when I go live on Twitch. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye.